Hello everyone, busygamerdad back again, going to be continuing our Steam Next Fest coverage with TavernQuest. This game's design aesthetic instantly gravitated towards my childhood. This is the type of environment I grew up with when I was playing video games, a green screen and a text-based system. That's exactly what we're going to get into here. Now, I can't stress this enough, this game is very, very ridiculous. You play as the game itself, and you are having a conversation, an open dialogue with the CPU, and the player is just the NPC inside the game named Steve. You get to basically pick the narrative and the story direction, and it's just quirky and fun, and I love it. I am definitely going to wishlist this game. I will have a link for the game should you want to pick it up for yourself down in the YouTube description. And while you're down there, if you want to hit the like and the subscribe button, that would help grow the channel immensely. And I can't thank you enough for taking time out of your busy schedule to come along with me on this adventure. Before we go into it, I have one question for you. What do you call a dog that is cold? A chili dog. There's our dad joke opener. So this is the demo for the game. This is fully voice acted, and the voice actor does a really good job. So the CPU isn't voice acted, but the actual text on the green screen is voice acted. That's what I'm talking about. Not the program. We're the program, not the CPU. The CPU is like our buddy, in our master in arms, and he kind of is our like live tutorial of everything. You do have some
type new game to begin.
Steve is the one who types. Steve sends us commands. Our job is to respond to them. No matter what.
Invalid command. New game. Type help for assistance.
Steve will never type help for assistance. If you know old school text games like King's Quest, Space Quest, and anything like that from like Sierra Software or something, you know that you have to be super precise because the system does not recognize incorrect spelling. They had a very small budget and they had to be very precise about how they directly coded the game and the text that is approved. Like you can't misspell anything at all, ever. Otherwise you'll have dire consequences.
Demo. The Malevolent Mage.
Nice. The Malevolent Mage. So he's playing a trial version of TavernQuest. The adventure he is playing is totally separate and non-canon from the main game. I think that's like a little spoiler for like this is gonna not be representative of the main game when it's released. It's just a demo of it. And basically the CPU is telling us here that it's Steve's noble quest to go fight an evil wizard, and first he needs to buy a weapon.
Your adventure begins at the general store, where you can buy any goods an adventurer might require.
Good.
It's a dusty and cluttered locale, but a necessary stop for your quest.
Understood. So we control all the stuff in the game, except for Steve's. Steve's character, we don't control. We control everything else. And you get to pick what the NPCs are doing, and this directly influences the voice acting on here. And the guy who does this, like I said, he does a great job with the inflections on the voice and the effort that he put into it. I really think it's awesome. Let's do sweeping the floor. I played this a little bit, so I know some of the stuff.
Sweeping the floor. He's a burly old dwarf with tiny spectacles poking out of his bushy beard. As you catch his attention, he turns to welcome you.
All right, what's our shopkeeper's name? Let's go with, I mean, Aaron Silverstock sounds like, you know, your traditional shopkeeper name, but Brad Shopkeepman. So the CPU is a little snarky. I got it. Cool. Awesome.
Aha! An adventurer you must be, says the shopkeeper. My name is Brad Shopkeepman, and this is my store. Brad's store. Take a look around and talk to me if you'd like to buy something. He finishes his sweeping and empties his dustpan into a garbage bin.
By the way, feel free to click the dialogue in. So this is telling us that we will be able to advance the dialogue if we click through it. And like I said, the voice acting, I love it. He does a great job with this. Why are you looking in the garbage, dude? I mean, Alright, dude. Yep, so we have to throw an error message if there's no command. I would see this all the time. Error, or text not recognized, or words not recognized, or something like that. There's always a default thing when the game doesn't know what you're trying to do, and it will give you like a simple error code. But like in these text-based games, you have to look. Like the type look command is like your bread and butter to find out what's in the room, what's around, and to get those indicators of like, you walk into a cave, you see a shiny bauble in the corner. You know, you have to type the look command, and then you have to move over to the corner and get the bauble. So it's like those indicator things. We can always throw an error message to try and ward our good buddy Steve off the trail, but I want to see where this goes.
You walk past many interesting displays of powerful weapons and items to further examine the garbage bin. It appears to be full of garbage.
Hooray! So now he's gonna try and steal the garbage. Again with the garbage, I feel like you're just encouraging him when we don't throw errors. If you still don't want to go that route, we can have the shopkeeper try to nudge him in the right direction. Let's have the shopkeeper nudge him. Let's see what happens.
You hop over the counter and begin stuffing handfuls of garbage into your pockets. The shopkeeper watches in confusion. Ah, my garbage? He says. Are you sure you didn't mean to look at the weapon display?
You should mention that Steve's character is supposed to be a wealthy nobleman. We can choose what Steve's character says in this situation. What's a good reason for a nobleman to get garbage, to get someone's garbage? A courtesy, a duty? I have no idea. Oh man, I guess I'm gonna say I have no idea. I want to see where this goes. So this will just...
No need to worry, you say. I am simply entitled to your garbage as a village nobleman.
Oh.
You best not interfere with my collection of my rightful property.
All right. There you go. What? He is really, really into this garbage thing. You are absolutely sure you don't want to... Yeah, I'm gonna throw the error message now. I have no idea why I would let him eat our garbage and get poisoned.
Invalid command. Eat garbage. Type help for assistance.
We need to pull Steve away from this precious garbage. Any ideas? Spawn a puppy. Oh, that'll distract me. The garbage vanishes. The garbage explodes. Armed bandits? Puppy.
You hear a puppy barking. Ah, sorry, says the shopkeeper. Little fella must have gotten bored because nothing interesting was happening. The puppy emerges from behind the counter and eyes you suspiciously. He surmises that you are not a threat and happily wags his tail and nuzzles your leg.
Ooh. Come on, see, pet the puppy. You know you want to pet the puppy. Oh, I don't think he's going to pet the puppy. I hope he pets the puppy. What? Irredeemable, simply hopeless. I'm sure Steve has a good reason to attack this guy. Revenge? Theft? No. Revenge? Maybe it's revenge.
I have long dreamt of this day, Brad Shopkeepman, you say. I shall now enact revenge upon you for whatever it is that you did.
Oh,
Please submit for retribution.
Alright, how about you? Alright, I guess we're starting Steve's first combat. Ideally, first enemy would show off the complex combat mechanics, but Brad here can only do like 1 damage. Oh, jeez, yikes. Yikes is right. I mean, Steve hasn't even opened his inventory up yet. Does he have any kind of weapon? No, I'm not going to give him a weapon. He's about to beat my shopkeeper to death. No! I guess he's attacking the poor guy with his bare hands. Yes?
Combat. Type help combat for list of battle commands.
But he doesn't use the help command. Combat difficulty easy. Brad's is 3. Oh, okay.
You strike the unsuspecting shopkeeper repeatedly with your bare fists.
Oh.
I wonder why I didn't equip a weapon, you think to yourself while standing inside of a shop that sells weapons.
I wonder that too. Oh, I take 1 damage? That's not fair. What does Brad do? Counterattack, raise defenses? We counterattack. I ain't going quietly into the night.
The shopkeeper grabs a sword off of a nearby display. Gods help me! Why are you doing this? Get away! He says, clumsily swinging at you. It's clear that this humble merchant has no weapons training.
Yeah. Wait, what? Okay, good. So he takes like 1 damage. Okay. Yeah, take that.
You continue to pummel the poor shopkeeper. Stop squirming around so much, you say. Just let me punch you, you stupid dwarf!
Oh, rude. 2 damage? What? He crit me? That's not fair. Brad is defeated. Oh, I like Brad. He had a puppy.
The innocent shopkeeper collapses to the floor
What's
in
gonna
a
happen to the
puddle
dog?
of blood, dead by your hand. A job well done,
What?
you say. Now that my bloodlust has been sated, I shall concentrate on my very important quest.
Alright, sure. I hope Steve doesn't think he can just win every combat by that. I wouldn't count on it. Maybe not if he fights an actual enemy. Oh good, loot shopkeeper. Great, awesome. So now he's killed me and now I'm going to have him loot my corpse. Got it. No. I don't want to give him anything. I mean, I guess I am a shopkeeper, so I guess... I don't know, the note and some money? Because that's what a shopkeeper would have? Or not the note, I'm sorry, a potion and the money?
The first step of my very important quest, looting this guy's corpse, you say.
Ah, yes.
You thoroughly search the pockets of the shopkeeper's dead body. You
Thank
take mysterious potion, an amount of gold.
I don't know what Steve's gonna do with this, though. That's like, I want to see what he does with it. Oh, she was just right out to drink the potion? Oh, hey, he spell checked himself. Okay, no need to examine the mysterious... Was he supposed to drink that? I don't know, was he supposed to drink that? I mean, probably not, yet here we are, let's figure this out. It's like I'm a dungeon
hold the
master.
mysterious potion in your hands. This wouldn't exist if I wasn't supposed to consume it, you say. Drinky, drinky! Unsure of its effect,
Oh my
you chug
goodness.
the concoction with zero hesitation.
Okay. Well, you're the one who gave it to him. What is the mysterious wisdom? It's a potion of speak with furniture. Of bowel relaxing. Oh my gosh. I want to do speaks with furniture. I want to see what this one's about.
You hear a happy voice coming from a nearby wooden stool. Oh, joyous day this is, says the stool. He who sits has been vanquished. The long hours of holding up his buttocks are over. You have now gained the ability to communicate with furniture.
Oh my goodness, that's hilarious. He who sits has been vanquished. Talk stool. What exactly is he supposed to say to the stool? Give me a reward. What's it like being a stool? I don't know. I have no idea. This went off the rails really quick.
If you were the philosophical type, the revelation that inanimate objects are sentient would be an ethical crisis.
Oh, dear.
Luckily, that's not a bother to you.
Oh, good.
Hey, stool, you say to the stool. Do you have any cool quest rewards for slaying this shopkeeper guy?
Oh my goodness. Steve certainly doesn't merit a reward here. Question, how sarcastic is the stool? Very.
Yeah. Let me just open up my stool wallet, says the stool sarcastically. But seriously, please don't sit on me.
Oh, now he's gonna get sat on. And the stool's just gonna scream. I guarantee the stool's just gonna scream. Yep. This must be the most sinister usage of the sit command possible.
Your eyes light up maliciously. Perhaps this adventurer can reward himself with a well-deserved rest, you say. You adjust your noble robes and slowly sit down, muffling the screams of the stool.
Oh my gosh.
My, wasn't that fun, stool friend? You say, standing back up. The stool refuses to speak to you now. Fine, you petulant spoil sport. I have an important quest to do.
Oh my gosh. I don't know if that's gonna come back to haunt us later. Get weapon. Oh, good. Hey, there we go. This might be the first useful thing Steve has done so far. Bunch of weapons. Let him choose himself. He doesn't seem to care which one. I don't think he does care. Yeah, I really don't think he cares. Okay, here we give one of the weapons to Steve. I'm gonna give him the, I don't know, the fine steel sword seems like a weapon.
You peruse the empty shop for a weapon that suits your needs. Eventually, you decide to equip a sword of fine steel
I
to
almost
aid
want
in
to
your
give him the
adventure.
can of beans. Just to see what happens. Progress. I guess we're done with the shop. Oh, good. Yes, I think we are too. Now that he's murdered the only person
You exit the
in
shop. You are now outside. You are surrounded by dense forest. A trodden road extends in both directions. A sign advertises Brad's store to highway travelers, though the shop is now eerily quiet.
Where was this shop? I fear Steve has no idea where to go. Where's he going though? Yeah, well, he doesn't. I don't even know why we have a shop in the middle of the forest. Go Wizard Tower. What? How does Steve know about the Wizard Tower? He was supposed to talk to the shopkeeper about it. There's this whole forest section he's trying to skip over. Throw an error.
Invalid command.
You can't skip the
Go
game.
Wizard Tower.
They worked
Type
really
help
hard on
for
this.
assistance.
Unless he's played this before. He's supposed to go to the Wizard Tower while investigating the forest. This section no longer makes sense if he already knows where to go. I mean, I don't want him to skip the forest, though. Let's still make him do this section. Yeah, let's still make him do this section.
You blindly trudge through the forest until you come to a clearing. You see some movement in the nearby bushes, and you feel you're being watched.
Ooh.
Investigate? Yes or no?
I would investigate. Probably says no, though. Go Wizard Tower. Ugh. The only acceptable commands are yes or no. Into a yes/no prompt are yes or no.
Invalid command. Go Wizard Tower. Yes or no prompts should be answered with either yes or no. Type help for assistance.
I wonder if it's like an achievement to get him to type help. And there's gonna be goblins.
You make a cautious foray into the brush to see what is hiding within. You discover a scared group of adorable gnomes. One of the gnomes approaches you.
Oh, traveler,
He says,
I am Huggy the Gnome. Our clan is being hunted by monsters. Please help us.
accept quest from Huggy the Gnome, find monsters, yes or no.
Oh dear. Go Wizard Tower. Does he type Go Wizard Tower? Because that would be very appropriate right now. Oh, he said no.
You tell the gnome to go away,
Boo-hoo.
cries Huggy the Gnome.
Oh my gosh. You're gonna attack the gnome? See what I'm talking about? He's trying to speedrun this. We've got to get this guy to the Wizard Tower before he ends up trying to murder poor Huggy. Yeah, fine, let Huggy give him directions.
Perhaps you may be of use to me, gnome.
You say to Huggy.
Tell me, tiny one, might you direct me to the
gosh.
nearest tower of an evil wizard?
Huggy the Gnome looks at you curiously.
The secret wizard's tower? It's mighty strange that
Oh
you
my
know of
gosh.
it already.
He says. He then tells you the way to access the wizard's tower through the forest.
Oh, good.
Of course. I hope you won't forget about us helpless gnomes after you visit that tower.
Of course he won't. Of course he won't. Fair enough.
Following Huggy the Gnome's immaculate directions, you make your way towards the wizard's tower.
How should the tower look? Spiky obelisk. Tall cylinder? Tall cylinder. Sure.
You arrive at a large stone tower emerging from the lush thicket of the forest. The windowless, cylindrical erection is ludicrously tall, with a
weird.
suspiciously
We're in it
bulbous
now.
roof. You question if its designer was compensating for something. Ivy overgrowth crawls up the structure's exterior, leading you to wonder, is this long abandoned or reclusively inhabited? An imposing wooden door is the only viable entrance you see.
Of course it is. Go door. Is Steve character cautious or brave? Well, I'm gonna say brave.
Ever the intrepid explorer, you burst through the door into the wizard's tower.
Hearken and fear me, O
Take that.
foes of mine!
You shout. You take a few practice swings at the air with your sword to showcase your prowess.
Oh, nice. Good.
You are now inside the wizard's parlor.
Ah,
Cobwebs and moss speckle the damp room. A table and 2 broken chairs sit next to a dusty fireplace, and there's an armoire in the corner. As you step further into the room, you suddenly hear an imposing, ethereal voice echoing through the tower's halls.
oh. Steve's now hearing the warning voice of the evil wizard. What is the wizard's name? Bill. I think you can do a little bit better than Brad this time. Fine, I'll do Lazador. Oh, fine.
Holmes, intruder, you are entering the domain of the nefarious wizard Lazador.
Says the omnipresent voice.
Leave this place at once, or I will melt your feeble little brain with my evil wizard powers.
Oh, yes, because that's a real show-stopping narrative right there. I'm surprised you managed to spell that correctly. Of course you forgot that all furniture is now sentient, so is it going to scream when he opens it?
You start to open the armoire, but the armoire interrupts you. Mon ami, says the armoire. At least buy me dinner first. The armoire laughs heartily. Oh, pipe down, armoire, says the nearby table. No wonder we don't get many visitors.
Oh my gosh, this is like Beauty and the Beast or something. Talk table? What is Steve supposed to say talking to a table? I guess what happened to the chairs? I mean, that's what I would ask it. Yeah, I mean, I'll ask it that.
You point to the 2 broken chairs next to the table.
Pardon me, sir.
You say,
What happened to your friends?
oh, poor cherries, says the table.
Oh my
They
goodness.
just got sat on and sat on till they couldn't be sat on no more. Who would do such a thing?
I don't know, the evil wizard. That's who. We are now... what? Only Steve would pick a fight with furniture.
You hack at the armoire with your sword of fine steel. If you were expecting combat, you would do well to remember that the armoire is an inanimate wooden furnishing.
But it's sentient.
You vile swine,
Says the armoire.
Well, you can forget about opening me. You do not deserve the fine loot I contain.
Oh gosh. I guess we don't get the loot inside. Okay, it's time for Steve to encounter his first actual enemy. The shopkeeper doesn't count. Alright, let's, there's no way he gets this first try. I mean, we'll see. We'll see.
You head towards the stairs that lead further up the tower. Before you can start up the stairs, the echoing voice of the wizard returns.
Foolish interloper, you did not heed my warning.
Nope.
You have incurred the wrath of Lazador.
Yep.
Now my guardian will dispose of you.
Okay.
You hear vicious snarling as the wizard summons his unholy champion before you.
Oh no. What's the unholy champion? A puppy? A goblin.
A goblin materializes.
Hey, pal,
says the goblin.
You're, not allowed. I gotta escort you from the premises.
He attacks you.
Oh gosh.
Combat. Type Help Combat for list of battle commands.
That's not gonna happen. Difficulty hard. Oh my gosh. This goblin is not messing around.
You swing at the goblin with your sword of fine steel.
11 damage, not fair. Shoot, stab, hide. Shoot? And hey, didn't we do like 1 damage to this guy already? Shoot.
The goblin backs away and fires his shabby bow at you. He deals a lot of damage.
You don't
there
scare
we
me. I saw you talking to that table earlier.
That's fair. Yeah, you take that damage there, Steve.
You again take a whack at the goblin.
We can win. I'm gonna shoot him again. Or maybe our bow is gonna break.
The goblin again creates some space and shoots his shabby bow. He deals a lot of damage.
This gobbo's good at his jobbo.
Oh my goodness. Nice, we defeated him. That's awesome.
Your lifeless body falls to the floor. The goblin dances upon your
Now I
corpse.
feel like vindicated because you killed the shopkeeper and left the puppy out in the wild all on its own. And didn't help Huggy.
You are dead. You were beaten by a goblin.
Take that. Perhaps I should have mentioned it's inexplicably, but your goal is to lose to Steve. When Steve dies in combat, the game reloads to just before the encounter. Try again, Steve will just attack every single turn. So find a sequence of moves that allow him to win, or be repeating this all day. Oh my goodness. This was busygamerdad showing you TavernQuest. This is a fun little game. I love it. Part of the Steam Next Fest coverage. I will have a link for this game should you want to try it out for yourselves. This demo is awesome. The voice actor did a great job with this. Like, comment, subscribe if you feel so inclined, and we'll catch you in our next episode where we're continuing our Steam Next Fest coverage. Later.